Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, we got a potential spoiler for Money in the Bank, and it sounds kind of rough for Cody Rhodes.
I'm going to bring you the latest on a top star's new role in AEW Creative.
CM Punk's role on Collision this week has been revealed.
And an update on Gable Steveson's WWE development. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
Let's kick things off by talking about some potentially bad news for Cody Rhodes this weekend.
Excited for Money in the Bank.
When I say bad news, I mean in the kayfabe sense, because it's actually pretty cool. Brock Lesnar is going to be at Money in the Bank.
Kick his ass.
Apparently. Looked Wrestling, the insider account, tweeted this yesterday. Brock Lesnar is expected to appear at Money in the Bank to set up a third gimmick match with Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, which, if you've been following the pattern of the feud, would make sense. Of course, frustrating experiences for Brock so far. He got rolled up in their first match with Cody. He
busted wide open.
Yeah, he did. He was a mess on Raw the next night. It was really good. And then, of course, he technically won. Referee stoppage, Kimura passing out, all that stuff at Night of Champions. But perhaps he'd want something, if you're the Beast, you'd want something a bit more emphatic than that. So not entirely satisfied, it makes sense that he would show up at Money in the Bank, beat Cody up and go, brother, I'll see you in Detroit for SummerSlam. Is that where it is?
Yes.
Detroit, yeah.
Yeah, because they got the driving version of SummerSlam logo.
Motor City cars.
Yeah.
Pistons. There you go. So you'd imagine that will mean either an interference in the Dominic Mysterio match or a post-match thing. Personally, I would prefer a post-match thing because there's no way in hell that Cody Rhodes should ever be losing to Dominic Mysterio, interference or no interference. I'm not sure you want that kind of smoke, but I mean, Brock Cody for he'll be good.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree. I don't want any interference in the match because why interfere with a 5-star classic? And yeah, Cody beats Dom and he's celebrating, and either Brock's music hits or probably preferably he just jumps the barrier and beats the crap out of him and says, I'll see you at SummerSlam, which is like, what, 5 weeks away?
Yeah,
beginning of
something
August.
like that.
It's near my birthday, everyone. Don't forget, address is available on the internet. You can send me presents from now on, basically.
He's having a kid as well, so you have to send him two.
Please! It's the right place to do the conclusion. It's kind of what we expected was going to happen when we realised, this is going past one match between the two of them, basically. And, we don't know what it's going to be. Dog collar bloodbath match.
London bus match. I don't know what that would
Car
involve.
match. Ooh, what if it's like a car match and like the you don't win by pinfall, you don't win by submission. The game is a bit like, was it Street Fighter? You have to demolish a car whilst you're fighting your opponent.
Yeah.
Because Brock's got a history there.
Chop like the carburetor.
Try not to hit anyone in the audience with a door this time, Brock.
Yeah.
I want to see these two finish off the feud. It's kept Cody well busy outside of going after Roman Reigns.
It's been a good feud, yeah. It's been really good.
Like in terms of after WrestleMania, I was like, right, if they're dragging this, when I realised they're not going to SummerSlam with the Roman Cody, if they're dragging this to WrestleMania next year, how are they going to fill this time? Done pretty well for the first half so far.
Yeah.
It's a longer time, obviously, between SummerSlam and Mania, but you got War Games, you got the Rumble.
Yeah, there's all kinds of great wrestlers you can work with.
Yeah,
he's
already working with one on Saturday.
Let us know what you think down below. Do you want to see Brock back? Do you want to see him and Cody go at it one more time? And if so, what kind of stipulation do you want to see? Drop him down there in the comments section.
And join me and Michael Hanford for our live stream on Saturday night. But let's bring you a bit of an update.
7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m.
Reasonable time!
Yeah, gonna get some sleep after the show.
Nope.
What?
We are out in Newcastle.
Not me.
Andy didn't feel great about coming out at about, 11:30?
Brother, listen, the clock hits 10 p.m, I am done.
Fair.
Pre-drinks, no, that is my drinks now.
This is my last hurrah. This is it, and I'm checked out after this. But let's bring you an update on Bryan Danielson's role in AEW Creative. We sort of reported this last month, was it? Because Fightful were talking about the fact that he was going to be involved in Collision, and Fightful Selective brought another update, corroborating with the Wrestling Observer about how he's been doing in AEW Creative, and he's being lauded for his input. Apparently he's been very valuable in speaking with talent about how they want their creative handled and the ways to communicate things between creative and talent. Obviously he's going to have a bit more time on his hands to be involved with creative as well, what with the old fractured forearm.
Boot arm.
We all saw that image on Twitter. He's buggered, he's not going to be doing anything, he's not going to be involved in blood and guts. I mean, he may talk a big game, but he's not wrestling for blood and guts. And so, more time to do stuff in creative. And I think this is the right thing to do. AEW giving a shining example of what they should get older talent across business to do. export their knowledge, that's not the word, onto the younger talent.
Like a zip file.
Yeah. Who better to do it? Who better to learn from than Bryan Danielson, though?
Yeah, exactly. Good to hear more nice reports about Danielson's creative input.
Yeah.
He got very similar reports from when he was doing stuff like this in WWE. Sounds like he's been really hands-on with Collision. It's just good across the board. He's a genius pro wrestler, so it makes sense that that stuff would translate into a backstage role as
Yes.
well. Everyone loves him. He's really funny.
Yeah, and I don't want to start the whole, Tony Khan shouldn't be booking everything in AEW sort of thing, but he's doing the right thing in terms of, I think, sometimes the creative certainly this year has got a bit awry.
Yes.
So lean on the people you've got around you. Your Daniel Bryan Danielsons, your Kenny Omegas, your CM Punks.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you don't want to end up in like a too many Cook style situation where you have like 30 people yelling in your ear every week. But that being said, there's definitely a great argument to be made that, look, the man has to book like 20 million hours of TV a month,
Ridiculous.
right? Like, he's
and
got
do the football.
He's got an analytics firm as well. Like,
has he?
Yeah, he's a busy guy. He never sleeps because sleep is the cousin of death. But
you should do it. It's great.
Yeah,
I love a good sleep.
I recommend it to anyone across the board. Yeah, it's just good. We've seen like a lot of things. Like, okay, so for example, how many times have we seen Matt Hardy owning someone's contract or someone owning his contract? Or like, how many times have we seen storylines involving MJF pretending to be someone's mate?
Yeah,
like
or setting up a gauntlet for someone.
Yeah, like these things have happened like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So having like another person in creative is a good idea.
Yeah.
And like things like Swerve and Keith Lee as well.
Jesus Christ.
Keith Lee turned on Swerve 7 months ago. We've not had a singles match.
84 years.
A few nuts and bolts to tighten. Goes to show
Yes.
that even when you like the product, like there's still some things that could use some improvement.
Yeah, just like this channel. Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah. Okay, get the spanner out and slap that button. Don't do that. You'll break your keyboard.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't type with a spanner, kids. That's your lesson for today. But do subscribe and ring the bell.
This is the insight you tuned in for. World exclusive, right? Okay, CM Punk's role on Collision this week.
Go on.
He was conspicuous by his absence on Dynamite when Excalibur did his million miles an hour match announcements. I don't know how he does it. How do you do it? It's been clarified, however, since then. Tony on Twitter, Tony Khan, stating that CM Punk is going to be commentary this week for Samoa Joe versus Roderick Strong,
Makes
which
sense.
is, of course, in the Owen Hart tournament. Punk beat Satoshi Kojima in that match.
I thought that was actually the round 1 match,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah.
that was round 1. Also a quarter-final, because there's only 8 people in it. So the winner of Joe versus Roddy will face Punk. You'd imagine that it would be Joe,
Yes.
right? Because Punk's on commentary. Punk, legendary rivalry with Samoa Joe from Ring of Honor, their trilogy. They tied up for the first time in 18 years. On Collision's first episode. So yeah, you'd imagine it's building to that. It makes sense. He's also really good at commentary.
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah, he was great when they were just like, we haven't really got an idea of what to do with you. Do you want to just do commentary for a bit? And he just kicked ass. Because I was watching a list the other day, and he was commentating when Miz cashed in on Randy Orton, I believe. And obviously he did it when they had no staff because no one, I can't remember what the storyline was. No one believed in Triple H or an unsafe work environment. Can I wear your blazer? Good.
He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy, and he'll do a good job on commentary. And I'm sure they'll set something up for him and Joe. Watch Roddy win now.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a good
interesting
match.
to see who gets the final because I would have booked that obviously for the final.
Yeah.
But it maybe this is the first sign of Punk putting over young talent because I believe Powerhouse Hobbs is in it as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's facing.
Are Ricky and Juice on the other side?
Yeah. Ricky and Juice and Powerhouse Hobbs and Dustin Rhodes.
Oh,
That's
man.
so it could be Ricky, Powerhouse,
Final?
Semi. Actually, sod all that. Juice Robinson should win. He's the best. I love him at the moment.
I love the reinvention of Juice Robinson, proving the tried and true, time-honored truth about pro wrestling. If you want to be fun and get over in pro wrestling, shout and be weird. That's how it works.
Exactly. Anyway, moving on to our final story of the day. A bit of an update on Gable Steveson's progress in terms of developing within WWE. Obviously, big noise when he was first signed. He was the first ever of their nil next in line signings. And Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio has provided an update on how he's getting on in WWE. He's apparently picking things up as a professional wrestler, which is always good to hear. Creating the belief that he's going to be a lot better than people originally thought. He's exceeding developmental expectations. He was obviously involved in the WWE draft, not this year, but last year, I believe.
2021.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What is time anymore?
What is going on?
But most recently, he's popped up in NXT. He's been training Eddie Thorpe ahead of his match with Damon Kemp, which kind of makes sense considering, Damon Kemp and Gable Steveson are, related.
They're shoot brothers.
Yeah. Although it's been weirdly sort of acknowledged but not acknowledged. Like, they've not said, I'll help you beat my brother, but he's also sort of looked down the camera lens and gone, I'll keep an eye on Damon's family if they're ringside. He's probably going to betray Eddie Thorpe, let's be honest, on NXT next week, I do believe.
Does that mean he'll become Gable Kemp? I don't know.
God.
Strange decision to give Damon, or Bobby, I think his real name is, a different surname, but hey. Okay.
He said he wants to compete in the 2024 Olympics, whether that gels well with doing WWE stuff, no word on that one yet. But they've obviously we know about this. He was involved in that thing at Mania. He's done stuff with Kurt Angle. They've got big plans for him, and I suppose it's good that the person they have got big plans for and they've heavily invested in is picking things up well.
Yeah, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? It's been really stop-start, obviously, for Gable. Superb freestyle amateur wrestling pedigree, of course. A lot of hype coming out of the Olympics, gold medal, all that. He appeared at that SummerSlam. He signed that NIL deal. He was the first person to do so. It's like image rights and naming rights and stuff. And now, he signed, he was in the draft for weird reasons. But then he went back to amateur wrestling and he signed on for another year at college. And now he's looking towards doing the Olympics again.
Yeah.
And he did the US Championship this year and he kicked everyone's ass.
Of course.
So, I think I read in the Observer last week something about his brother saying, hey, why would you step away from this? You can be known as the best amateur wrestler ever if you keep going. So I guess it makes sense. We'll see how it pans out.
I gotta say, I rolled my eyes on it when I first heard about this whole nil signings thing, because I was like, why are we getting athletes from other professions? Why don't you just get people who want to be wrestlers, who've grown up wanting to do it? But the track record's looking pretty decent. I love me some Tank in NXT. He's great. I think he's like a former weightlifter. He's just an absolute beast. Hank and Tank are the new favourite tag team in NXT, after Tony D and Stacks, obviously. And you've got people like Timothy Stratton and people like that who've gone through cheerleading and gymnastics and what have you. There's some great people coming through. Promising. Looking forward to see what they can get next.
Good to have a mix. Little bit of experienced talent over here, wrestlers. A little bit of athletes over here from other places.
Right, let's move on to your Twitter questions. We put a thread on our Twitter page at WhatCulture WWE. So make sure you're following us on there if you want to get involved with this. First question today comes from Edwin Krapf. Yes, apologies, Edwin. I hope I've got that right.
Edwin van der Sar.
Who says, I saw a report
Edwin
today
Collins
about Dominic Mysterio challenging Seth freaking Rollins at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight Championship. How are we feeling about that? Hashtag condom for WHC. I don't think that's going to happen. Please, God, no.
I hope not.
It's like him versus Cody's fun because it's like, well, what if you won? We'll get a fun near fall on Saturday night. And yes, this arguably would be better if Cody Rhodes was champion and you get the Brandy Rhodes involvement with Rhea and stuff like that. SummerSlam, I don't think you can follow Finn Balor challenging for it with Dominic Mysterio. I don't know if they can have Seth fight.
Priest, maybe? Continue the Judgment Day story. You can't F around with your world titles, I don't think.
Not that one especially.
Because that one, you're trying to establish it as not the B title, right? Or Seth is, at least. I don't know what Graves got planned for him. So you can't. For me, you can't mess around with these things. No. For me, world title programs should be reserved for the top people in the company, wrestler-wise, skill-wise, everything else.
Yeah, he's the biggest heel in all of wrestling, but
Dominic Mysterio is the most fun act to root against in the entire world. He is not a credible main event wrestler, however, and he should not be in that spot.
He's going to try and do the stomp, twist his ankle or something.
Yeah. Also, the gears are piped in.
What?
Yep. Cody Rhodes is a
WWE Sweeting Audio shocker. Yeah. Huge if true. Yeah. Well, let us know who you'd like to see Seth face at, I was about to say WrestleMania.
Priest,
you can let us know that as well.
Priest would be sick.
Yeah. They've done it, but I like the fact that Priest maybe finally being like, these Judgment Day lads are really pissing me off. Get him turned babyface again.
There you go.
Christopher gives us our second question today.
Christopher.
All right.
I was like, we've had Edwin Collins, now we've got Christopher.
Great name, at Rubik Lego. Christopher writes, simple question, how do you like your eggs? I've been taking a poll and making a list for the last few years.
Okay, over medium fried. There you go. Simple. I don't like it like totally like all the way runny on top. Like I hate it when you get a fried egg and it's like the white is still runny.
Oh yeah.
That is weird. Over medium fried for me.
For years I'd have just gone straight up poached. Just good old poached. Gotta go scrambled's really making a comeback for me at the moment.
How do you like your scrambled? Do you like them runny or do you like them a bit tougher?
Yeah, I want a bit of
bite.
Yeah, a bit of bite to it, a bit of shell in there when I'm making it.
Yeah, just throw the whole thing in.
But
in the box.
I love scrambled eggs, love poached eggs, love fried eggs,
I'm an
love
omelette
boiled
guy.
eggs.
I'm a big
hate
omelette
omelets.
guy. You hate omelets?
Don't know why.
It's the flat scrambled egg.
I know. Weird. I'm weird like that.
We eat omelets in my house like once or twice a week. It's so good. It's like 3 eggs, bit of veg, bit of meat, healthy.
I'm like the Rock me. I just crack like 6 eggs into a cup and drink it, and then just eat protein powder probably. Daniel Francis gives us our next question today, Andy. When Becky was on a podcast the other day, she was asked if she won Money in the Bank, if she could outdo Seth's cash in at WrestleMania. Could we see her win and then cash in on the same night against Seth to actually do that? Thoughts?
No.
Okay, fair enough. I'll do another question.
Sorry, Daniel.
David Newport gives our final question of the day. What wacky combination of wrestlers, managers, mascots, animals, etc. would you like to see go after the AEW Trios titles? For my submission, he suggests microphone, the flipping fiend, and the eel. Still chowing down on that arm.
Yeah, it's a tough arm, man. It's made of plastic. Grimace, Ronald, and the Hamburger. There you go. Easy game.
That's a good team.
Easy game. Listen, Brody King is a fast food guy. So there you go. Yeah.
I'm going to try and, give a bit of a blend. So I'm going to go, what was the creepy ice hockey mascot? Grippy or something?
Gritty.
Gritty.
Big fan of Gritty.
Gritty. I'm going to go Captain Crunch. And I'm going to go, an animal in there, just a kangaroo.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What's the, Skippy.
They are.
Skippy, Gritty, Captain Crunch.
I don't know if it has
the only team who can finally defeat the House of Black.
I think the House of Black fighting McDonald's mascots.
Yeah.
There's a really good video on the Hardlore Knotfest channel of Brody King and Colin and Bo, shout-outs, reviewing a vegan McDonald's in LA. It's tremendous.
Yes.
It's great stuff.
Imagine as well, like, they've knocked out, let's say, he's probably if they're going to lose, he's going to eat the pin, isn't he? Buddy Matthews, he's down. Malachi's been taken out, Brody King's been taken out, Grimace, all rising up the turnbuckles, lights go down, lights come back up, Burger King's in the ring, screws him out of the titles, as you feud for...
Mayor McCheese returns.
Yeah. Bollocks to BCC versus the Elite. I want blood and guts, McDonald's versus Burger King. McDonald's versus the Alliance. Wendy's, Burger King.
Wendy and the Burger King finally together.
Blood
Holy
and guts.
smoke. Popeye the Sailor Man from Popeye's Chicken. Who else?
Ronald McDonald getting thrown off the cell like MJF did to Chris Jericho.
Giant swing for Grimace at the top like Claudio.
Yeah. Well, turns out we fixed wrestling. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Check out this video.
Let us know your favourite McDonald's character. Yeah, Retro Ups and Downs is back, my friends, so it's right here sitting for you. It's great, it's funny. It's not actually out yet, so why are we shouting it out? Never mind, there'll be something else.
A different video over here.
Yeah, there's a different video here. Ignore this part.
Join us on Saturday for Money in the Bank. We'll see you later.
2 p.m. Retro Ups and Downs.